weight and no flex. Flex, alive is more than the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Everybody getting it this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. It was literally 78 degrees last week, and it is 29 now. Somebody need to tell Mother Nature to get off her period, because this is not right. Let's do this roll call. Steve-O. In both spaces. Y'all see the Rumble link, so I already know what's going down. Midway through the show. Salute. G McCall. Dial Big G. Stormy B-Man in here with everything. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Stormy on everything. Bernard Gilbert. K-Rod. Salute. Over there on Rumble. Mac of the South, my brother. Ern Jordan. Derek Gaines, the legend. Jalen over there on Rumble. Salute. Rod Nail, my brother. Salute. Shaquilla. Salute, Queen. Romello, what's going on, brother? True Boxer Night in the building. K-Rod. Joe, what's going on, brother? Welcome down, Van Howder in the building. Salute. 50 degrees in Florida. Shamit. Michael Fleming, salute. Oh, yeah? That's what's up, K-Rod. Cybersecurity, that's where it's at. I know a fella, my boy's younger brother, has been doing cybersecurity for, 2 decades now. He's showing me some stuff. Man, congratulations, brother. Keep grinding. Yes, sir. 88 Sports Talk, salute. Oh, yeah, yo, that Spider-Man trailer dropped this morning. I just watched it. Oh, yeah. Gerard Harlem in the building. Salute. Philip D in the building. Let's go. Damn, it's cold outside. Anyway, let's get to the smoke. I firmly believe, Jonathan, what up, brother? Jay from round the way, salute. I firmly believe that this is a plot. I'm clowning, but I'm not really. I think that all of these clowns are in one group chat. Ratchet, what up, brother? I believe that they're all in one group chat scheming and plotting on how to work with each other and not fight Devin. I've sat back and I've thought about it. And if you've been around as long as me, or you don't even have to be my age, but if you have if you have a brain and you can actually see what's going on here, Tony C, my brother, salute. Main Biker, salute. Eric Jordan in the building. You can actually see that this doesn't make any damn sense. Look, I don't care who you're a fanatic of. I don't care who you're related to. Sam Max, salute. I don't care whether you hate Devin and Bill. I don't care. Stick to the facts. What is going on? Where in boxing, Jason Bourne, salute. Where in boxing has a fighter said, I want to fight these people, and those people found ways not to fight that person? And that person is, goddamn, he's the most wanted person in boxing. And what I mean is, everybody wants to see Devin lose. The only way to make that happen is to what? Beat him up. I mean, come on. What are we doing? No smoke in the building. Shogun. What do we do? This, to me, this is a simple fix. And I've been watching this, and I'm like, you know, you ever saw something so silly? You're like, wait a minute. Is it me? No, it's not me. It's them. It's them. That's right, Romello. It's Dev versus everybody. So if everybody could beat Devin, can somebody show me? Let's say, watch this, y'all. Watch this. Let's say I hate Devin. Let's say I hate Bill. I got 1,000 videos on Bill. Bill be capping. Bill be lying. Bill. I can't stand Bill. Bill. And then the other part of my channel is Devin. PTSD. Wants to be a gangster. He grew up good. He was driving a Mercedes while he was in high school. He's a sheltered little boy. Forget Sean. I don't care about the drugs, the left hook landing. Bill and Dev. But the only way for me to get what I actually want is for Dev to lose. Is for what? Somebody got to beat him. And let's just say everybody that's anti-Dev, I am pro. Brother Reef in the building. Now, what's the problem? Why can't me, as a hater, get my wish? What is your wish? The CDB, what up? What is your wish exactly? You want Devin to lose, right? But here's where these fans become super weird to me. You clowns are in a position where you think you're hurting him by not fighting him. And the reality is, if any one of these clowns get out of the sport without fighting Dev, that's going to be a question mark over their heads forever. Forever. Imagine if Mike Tyson retired and never fought Evander. Think about that. Think about what I just said. Let that marinate for 1 second. Imagine if Tommy and Sugar Ray Leonard never fought. Imagine that. Wait, I'll do you one better than that. You ready? Imagine if Sugar Ray Leonard and Duran never ran it back. See, some of you cats thought they just fought one time. You know why? Because the no mas was louder than the first fight. How many of y'all even know that Sugar Ray Leonard lost the first fight? Convincingly. How many of y'all know that? Y'all don't know? Y'all don't know? Y'all watching boxing or not? Yeah, they fought 3 times actually, but the first 2 were, the third one was just academic. But the first 2 were the important ones. Because Ray Leonard was decorated. You know what I'm saying? Perfect straight teeth. Pretty much a golden boy. And Duran was a hard worker. He was foul-mouthed. He'll talk about your handicapped son and your fat, ugly wife. He'll give it to you. Roberto Duran was very disrespectful. He was very disrespectful. And he beat Sugar Ray the first time. Hurt him and all that. Now imagine if Roberto Duran said, man, I ain't got to run it back. You saw what I did in the first fight. Imagine. EJ in that Cash App salute, he says, Miguel is a monkey ate coon ducking because they're afraid of the ninja sword.
Give power to my nigger sword!
PGA salute. LPRN salute. BPMV salute. Imagine that for 1 second. Imagine if Roberto Duran postured so much. Now, let me add this. Imagine if Roberto Duran lived off of the first fight. And he said, you know what? I ain't got to fight this guy no more. You saw what I did in the first fight. I don't care. I got the nod. I don't care. Now, let me talk to you knuckle draggers. Imagine, no matter what city you lived in, you're like, hey, man, run it back with Sugar Ray. Let him try and get his revenge. And you had a bunch of Latinos in your ear talking about, no, 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 no. He beat him. He beat him. No, 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 no. Think about what I'm saying. You don't know what's going to happen. Imagine if you said you was hearing no, 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 and they lived off of that first fight. And you're like, well, we don't know what's going to happen in the second fight. Oh, no, we know, we know, we know. No, you don't know. There's only one way to find out. Imagine if Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones never ran it back. Think about it. And I know there's a lot of Roy Jones fans. I saw that live, y'all. I was in shock, but it happened. It's boxing. Dirt Gang, salute. It's boxing. It happened. That was Antonio Tarver's moment. It was meant to be. Guess what? I thought Roy won the first fight. It was just the first time you saw him laying on the ropes tired like that. But I thought he did enough to win the first fight. But Antonio Tarver won the drama of the fight. And you know what I said as soon as the bell rang? 4-hour sniper salute. You know what I said? I said, man, Roy he didn't look like Superman. But he did enough to win the fight. But I think they got to run it back. That's what I said. Snoop, what up? That's what I said. They got to run it back, man. Antonio lost, but they got to run it back. And Antonio was driven. And he generated compliance in that ring. No excuses. He won. What I've come to understand about this era of boxing fans is that y'all are afraid. And it's deeper than you rooting for a fighter or rooting against a fighter. You guys are mentally weak. And some of you guys live through fighters. And some of you guys are jealous of fighters. You look at Devin, you see his success, you see his hard work, you see he has a father in his corner, you see their family structure, and you resent that. So then you turn to, Squirrely, what up? Then you turn to the opposition and you live through that. You see a kid like Tank, and he puts out this gangster super thug persona. He looks like every nigga in Hood USA standing on a corner that's not about nothing. And it looks good in the ring. He's knocking out people, but he's beating people he's supposed to. And the moment I say, hey, man, he got a lot of opposition, man. Let's see if he could do that. Oh, you hating on him. No, stop babying him. He's a boxer. This is what he does. That's the difference. When Roy and Antonio Tarver fought the first time, the first thing I said was, damn, they got to run that back. Because there's people saying, nah, Roy lost. I said, he didn't lose. I understand how to score fights. He didn't lose, but he didn't look like Superman. So since there's a lot of unanswered questions, they got to run it back. That's what I said. And we got a definite answer the next fight. There was no, see? And I was a Roy Jones Jr. huge supporter. But it's boxing. It's boxing. That's fine. I'm cool with the sport. I clapped. I said, oh, shit. I told y'all the story about what happened that night. You know what else happened that night? The Lakers beat the Spurs. I'm not a Lakers fan by far. And that was one of my boys. That was a birthday party. We had to get together at the crib. We had hot wings out and everything. We put on the fight. Roy convincingly won the first round. We was like, yo, Tony in trouble. Second round, bing, fight's over. It was like, oh, snap. Oh, well, we turned to the Laker game. Derek Fisher, inbounds, throw the damn ball up. It didn't even hit the net. Goes in, he runs off the floor. And they did that in San Antonio. So we quiet in the living room. Look at my boy. He was like, wait a minute. Roy got knocked out in the second round, and the Lakers just beat the Spurs like that, nigga, you got a present. Just keep eating the wings. Keep eating those wings. It was a bad night in sports for some people. Hey, man, listen, that's just life. But I'm not afraid. Combos with Cam, salute, Queen. I'm not afraid of the outcome. It's sports. That was a historic night in the NBA and in boxing. It was historic. And it's cool. It's fine. I don't live through these athletes. I'm entertained by them. I support them by my pockets. But if you're not giving me what I want as a consumer, I'm going to A, hold my money, and B, now that there's social media, I'm going to talk about you. Yeah, I ain't got to listen, but I'm going to talk about you. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to lie on you. I can ask each one of these dumbasses, why should I buy your next fight? Tell me. Oh, because I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Oh, yeah. Who you going to do it to? I'm going to do it to Scott Sanchez. He's ranked number 84th in the WBC. Uh-huh. WBC, you say, huh? Okay. Who the fuck is Scott Sanchez? Please explain. He don't even have highlights on YouTube. What we doing? Right. Mm-hmm. Eric Jordan. He says, holy ish. It's the ducking bunch of Miguel and Jerome and, and the machine clapping their cheeks. So they sell out and duck the power and fury of the ninja sword.
Then let him taste the fury of my nigga sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Booty clapping, pillow biting. Jeff Sparks, salute. I'm not like these new kids. And these faces right here, I firmly believe they're in one group chat talking about how they could make money with each other and not fight Devin because they're afraid. There's a reason why we call Devin Debo. We don't necessarily call him Debo because he's walking around and knocking people out and things like that. No. Debo is an ideology. Everybody on the block was afraid of Debo. Debo ran things. No one wanted smoke. And at the very end, I want you to understand, everyone says, yo, Debo got knocked out at the end. Let me ask y'all a question. Craig beat Debo, or did he use a brick? So was that really a fair one, or did he use a brick? I'll wait. I'll wait. Wasn't a fair one. You know what was crazy? Debo chased him for the next 2 movies, right? Because Debo got cheated. It was Craig not running from Debo the next 2 movies? Okay. I'm just asking. Without that brick, what was happening? Okay. So really, when you analyze it, there's a lot of things like that in the movies. Who saw Transformers 1? You think it's some sort of kiddie movie or whatever, but yo, the story about that is really tragic. And when you really think about it, You understand the origins of Megatron. He was pissed off. And really think about it. You was getting played all of these years. You getting played all of these years, and then you find out you was enslaved, and this guy that you looked up to was really in on it. And then when they figured out what was going on, he got so mad his eyes turned red. Salute, Felix. I was in my bag. And when he got that main robot, he ripped him in half, and he was talking to the people. He was like, yo, we was enslaved. This guy, he was dicking us around, man. No, we got to raise up. Let me ask y'all a question. For those that saw the movies, was Megatron really wrong? He wasn't. And he told Optimus before he stayed Optimus, he said, man, you got to stay out my way, man. And Optimus was like, yo, there's a more diplomatic way to do this. He was like, nah. Don't you see these dudes held us down? He said, man, if you don't get out my way, and he shot him. Now, I know that's tragic and all that stuff, and, you know, Optimus went the Jesus route. I get it. But the point was I understood Megatron's anger. I understood it. He was pissed off. Enslaved all this time. You know, Optimus almost dies and the Matrix resurrects and gets to him, and it's like, I get it. I get it. You see, Megatron represents, you know, his intentions were good, but how he went about it was evil. But that depends on how you look at it. There's the Martin Luther King way of, you know, we shall overcome, and they're throwing bottles and bricks at your head. You're trying to have a peaceful march. We shall overcome, and don't raise your hand to your enemy. And then you got Malcolm X. You lay a hand on me, I lay a hollow on you. I'm not going to be peacefully marching. You're going to be throwing bricks at me. You lay a hand on me, I lay a hollow on you. And once those white folks saw that the nation wasn't playing that, they ran to Dr. King. Hey, man, could you tell him to stop? All right. You want me to tell him to stop? You threw a brick at me yesterday. What you mean? You see? Was Megatron really wrong? No. I understand. But ego gets involved, and what happened with Megatron and Optimus Prime is that Megatron got away from he got away from his principles. Why he was mad? The threat was over. The threat was over, and it became less about. It became less about the principle of the matter, and more about the personal war between him and Optimus. And that's where you got to check your ego. You got to check your ego. Remember why you're doing things. And in boxing, it's the same thing. We've gotten away from that. Are y'all following me? Stormy says it all the time. Watch boxing. Watch boxing. Watch boxing. I love the sport. How many times you heard me say I love the sport, but the sport don't love me back? You think I want to be on here fussing and fighting with people? Devin is doing some legendary stuff here, and y'all are making him more of a legend by justifying your favorite fighter not fighting him. And I think that all of these goons are in one group chat talking about between 2026 and 2028, there's a way we can all fight each other and freeze Devin out. First of all, any black person that participates in the sport of boxing to any capacity, if you conspire to freeze out another black fighter, that's treacherous, and it's ridiculous. Especially, being that you don't even know the history of the damn sport. You don't know anything about the Black Murderers Row. Before Champ Side did his wonderful documentary, the Black Murderers Row was spoken about on YouTube. General spoke about it. Scrapbook Boxing has spoken about it. The Three Wise Men on Stormy's channel, they spoken about it. And I'm glad the brother Champ Side spoke about it, because he put it in a way where you young cats can relate to it more, because his presentation is more in a way where it'll hold y'all attention, because I know y'all don't like to hear the old folks talk about things. It's boring to y'all. So I'm glad Champ Side did it like that. Y'all have ADD. Y'all grew up on Ritalin and Prozac and shit. I understand. If the words aren't rhyming, y'all can't focus. I get it. When I told y'all the moment Anthony Joshua lost me is when he stood on his stage, and I think he just beat Carlos Takam or something like that. And they asked about Deontay Wilder. If he doesn't concede, the demands will freeze him out. I said, done. Fuck that nigga. Done. I'm done. I am done. I'm done. Him being a black fighter, the term freeze out shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. And I said, man, does he even know what that means? I bet you Eddie Hearn told him to say that. So when I see Hitchens and Shakur and Keyshawn, when I see things like that, and I see Tank's behavior, and I literally seen Gary Antoine Russell show Shakur all this respect, which was strange to me. I'm like, why is all this respect? When he was asked about Shakur, they fought on the, man, these niggas fought on the same card. And when he was asked about Shakur, wasn't he very respectful? A little too respectful. But I said, what's all this disdain for Devin? What is that? I know, he got a little beef. He almost fought your brother and everything else. But my God, bro, that's a major payday for you. And when you was asked about Shakur, you was very, very respectful. And I said, what the fuck is going on here? You started respecting your space in the ranking. I was like, whoa, wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. And then when all of these niggas get around Ryan Garcia, they want to play it up. They will tell you, now these young kids that don't know anything, they want to tell you, no, Ryan's not racist. That's what we doing. So you got this nigger, Auntie Schofield talking about blacks not a race. You got that going on, and he's raising a dude in his own image. Can't wait to see how Floyd Jr. turns out. And then you got all this monkey business here. And when they get around Ryan, they playing and doing fake stare downs. Keyshawn and Shakur on the Instagram with Ryan, Tiafimo, whatever monkey wants the banana. You know, Boots, my only thing with Boots, two things. Boots, with that catch weight thing, I didn't like that, bro. But I can get past that. But the other thing that I have a problem with, the major thing was him deciding to go with Eddie Hearn. I don't know what he thought was going on. I don't know if he felt his back was against the wall. And when I talk about Boots, you never hear me say he's trash. Nothing. If he fought Devin, that's a very dangerous fight for both of them. But I would love to see it. The problem is Eddie Hearn. I don't like that, bruh. Who's advising these kids? These kids don't see what's going on? How the hell do we know? And they don't. What made him do that? And now he got to live with it. What's he doing next? Eddie Hearn lied to us. Oh, yeah, the Ortiz fight, it's happening. I'm like, all right, it is? Where? Oscar, with all that powder around his nose, comes through and says, hey, nope, court order, but you don't sue in boxing though, right? Court order, restraining order, nope, fight not happening. Y'all tell me what Boots is doing next. You could be a Boots fan all you want, but tell me what the man's doing next. But dial it back for a minute. Why the fuck is he over there? Why'd he do that? What, you not smart enough to go independent? Watch this, you ain't gonna like this, you ain't gonna like this. You ain't gonna like this. He couldn't go to Bill and get advice?
Whoa! What the
Your ass couldn't sign the DHP? Don't act like you wouldn't have got a fight. You go to the colonizer. Of all people, you go to him. Why? You can't think on your feet? I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed. I'm concerned. What is Boots gonna do in 2026? Y'all tell me. Yo, you hating on Boots? No, I'm not. Am I lying on Boots? What's he gonna do? I didn't like him going over there because I firmly felt that he was getting lined up for Conor eggs-eating Ben. But surprise, surprise, he got hit with the hat trick Eddie Hearn did when Ben said, I'm going to get that Zuffa money, baby. And he stabbed him in the back. So now he can't even get the Conor Ben fight. I didn't want it. Because I guarantee you, if Ben stayed there, they were going to fight in the UK. And Ben was going to cheat. So now Boots is over there with his meat in his hand, doing what now? What's he going to do? What is he doing? Am I lying? Am I hating? Now, a small mind will say, oh, you hating on Boots. Nope. I ain't hating on Boots. All right, tell me what Boots going to do. Since I'm hating on Boots, you tell me what Boots going to do. Since this is Boots' hatred, tell me what is he going to do. Don't tell me what you want to see him do. Tell me what's he going to do. He's over there with Eddie Hearn. He's over there with Eddie Hearn. So now tell me what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do. Tell me. Is he in his eyes? Tell me. But let's talk about this group chat. Because Ryan's a hot ticket now. And I want you to think about this. I put Ryan in the middle because everybody's blowing this kid. He's a racist. He's a drug cheat. And everybody smiles in his face. Everybody. Everybody. Why? You know what I know? Hitchens can't even tell you about black history. They call him Africa, and he's fucking Haitian. And he was named Africa because he's so black. He told the story, not me. And who's in his camp? Some Latinos. Your ass so black, they called you Africa. They even call you, he's the Haiti Kid. You remember the Haiti Kid, the midget wrestler? WWF back in the day? That's him. The Haiti Kid. But he's so black, they call you Africa. You dummy. I thought he was African. I said, oh, his family's probably from Ghana or Nigeria or the Togo somewhere. No. They call you Africa because you're dark skinned. And you rock with that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Aaron, what up? Masa Musa, my brother, salute. Main biker in that super chat, salute. He says, the monkey in Dora the Explorer is named Boots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sure is. Forgot about that. I remember the kids used to watch that. Gotta do something, baby. Pray for Boots. I ain't talking crazy. I'm just saying. Y'all fans of this dude? All right, cool. I am too. I support him. But what the fudge, bro? Eddie Hearn? I guess Bill Haney's advice ain't good enough. I mean, I see what he did with Devin. I mean, undisputed, 135, 140 champion, cheated. Ryan was tried and convicted, punished, then goes to 47 and fights one of the hardest punches at 147. He was supposed to die that night, dominates. That's what happened. That's what happened. And salute to Brian Norman Jr. But that's what happened. I'm not lying to y'all. This is what happened. And y'all still try to disrespect Devin. Well, look, you don't like Devin, punch him in the face. Why can't y'all do that? Marcus Walls in that super chat, he says, stay on their necks. I'm on the job. Size 13 Timberland boot, beef and broccolis. I got big feet. I got flippers in this bitch. Punch Devin in the face. All y'all. What y'all gonna do? Punch him in the face. Even Ryan, punch him in the face. Why you not punch him in the face? Why is Ryan Garcia right now actively ducking a drug test? Why? Why isn't Keyshawn Davis? You done called out Devin. I love it. Come to find out you ain't actively, active squad, jump into the welterweight rankings. You actively did not do that. And when that sanctioning body was asked, they responded and said, you have not gotten to the rankings. And even if you get into the rankings, there are people ahead of you. They're not trying to do you a favor like the WBC did Ryan Garcia. Uh-oh. Am I lying? Look, you cannot like me, you cannot like Devin, but always stop me when I'm lying. I'm not. You can love on all of these guys or just love on them because it's convenient because you don't like Devin. But the truth is the truth. And if all of these clowns get out the sport without fighting Devin, that tells me everything I need to know about them and more than what I need to know about you. And I'm going to tell y'all this. They're not hurting Devin financially. Under the old regime, this would be them freezing Devin out, which will affect his money. Devin is the bag, which is why they're clinging to Ryan. Because when they fight Ryan, you know what they're going to do to Ryan? They're going to do exactly what Tank did to Ryan. Oh, yeah, I'll fight you. Get on this drug testing, though. They're dumb, but they're not so dumb. They already know what Ryan's about. Yeah, I'll fight him, but get on this drug testing. Didn't Shakur say that? More than that. I'm going to get back to the weight situation with Shakur. Every time I turn around, he's talking about weight. Oh, I thought I didn't know you was that big. I thought you was bigger. Shut up. Shut up. How about this, Shakur? Say it in Spanish. Español. Tu madre, tu mama es una obo de camello. I think I said your mother is a camel's hump. Say it in Spanish. Boricua, say it. You get on my nerves. Crying ass whiny bitch. I can't wait till he gets punched in the face. Yes, I said that. If you guys could, listen, if you clowns can co-sign crap like this, then everything I say about your favorite fighter is completely justified. Completely. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the Rumble link at the top? You might want to go over there right now. I'll give you a minute. That's right, Miguel. You don't deserve my full talent. There's a Rumble link pinned to the top. You might want to go there now. There is a Rumble link pinned to the top. You might want to go over there now.